Hi, welcome to another episode of Hot Takes, and there seems to be something dividing the SNP again. Yesterday, Neil Gray went to the hospital in Fife. You'd wonder why. It's not often he gets out of the office, is it? Certainly not often he goes to a hospital. Goes to hotels quite a lot, usually chauffeur driven. But no, he actually managed to make it to a hospital, and he was questioned about the whole of this male doctor using a female changing room malarkey. And he refused to come out and say that he supported women's safety. He said he was supporting the position of NHS 5. It's very important. So his position is that women's safety and security and dignity is unimportant, whereas mentally ill men who like to expose themselves in women's changing rooms, that's important. They have that right to do that. It's a very strange position to take, particularly as the hospital, or the board at least, are likely to lose the case. Swinney has finally got off the fence. He's decided that he's been sitting there enjoying the feeling of a fence up between both buttocks far too long. He's had to come down and pick a side, and so he too has decided that women's safety and security and dignity is unimportant, and that it's more important that men have the right to expose themselves in women's changing rooms. Again, a very weird position to take, but that's who he is, I suppose. He likes the idea of women being exposed to male genitals and not allowed to have a secure, safe space in which to change. Well, tells you a lot about them, doesn't it? Now, there are others within the SNP who thankfully seem to show some vestige of decency. Fergus Ewing, Annabelle Ewing, his sister, Michelle Thompson, they've all come out on the side of the nurse. They've all come out on the side of women's safety. Another one, of course, is Kate Forbes, another one of the sane ones. She too has come out on the side of women's safety, and unsurprising considering she has form. She was the one that said that had she not been on maternity leave, she would have voted against the Gender Reform Act. Ash Regan did, of course, and it cost her job. So we know which side Ash Regan would be on in this battle, and that's fine. I admire Ash Regan for it, But why is this party so riven between those who think women's safety is important and those who think it isn't? Because that is basically the binary choice here. There is no, we must consider the rights of others. No, we put it in simple terms. If your daughter was exposed to a man, in a changing room with his junk in her face, would you like it? And of course, unless you're warped and perverted, which is obviously what's going on within the SNP for those who think it, the answer will be no. To come out and say, no, I find it quite acceptable for a man to expose himself to women and children, you're part of the problem. You are one of the P's, aren't you? The pervs, the peds, and the predators that invade the SNP at every root and branch. It is a disgusting party. There are a few decent people in it. Unfortunately, they're outnumbered about 10 to 1 by the pervs. How can anyone suggest that allowing a man, and make no bones about it, no pun intended, Dr. Upton is a man. He is born male, male DNA, male physicality. He's still got the meat and 2 veg. Nothing's been cut off. He might call himself, Beth, but it's not his real name. It's just the name he's chosen for his lady face that he paints on. And he hasn't got a gender certificate either. In every single way, he's a man, and there's nothing he can do. And he can pretend and stamp his tiny feet and go, but please, in my mind, I'm a woman. And it doesn't make a bit of difference. In your mind, it doesn't matter. Because what does matter is what anyone else wants to call you. You have the right, Dr. Upton, to call yourself anything you like. But you can't make others, call you what you'd like them to call you. Why should anyone else join you in your delusion? You're a man. Deal with it. Now, your problem isn't going to be physical. It doesn't matter how many operations you have, Your problem is mental. You need help. Let me know what you think. Thanks very much. Take care. Goodbye.